Good evening, and welcome to another edition of SoundBites.
A very special episode of SoundBites.
Oh, this is going to probably be the bestest ever show of SoundBites. I think. Because, you know what? We're going to have, technically, like one of our assignments, an interview, and we didn't have to do it. We did this all on our own.
Oh, yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, doing this, I mean, I got to say, I wasn't certain what the future of, like, the show would be in terms of like interviews, but I'm happy that we're doing another one. I'm excited. I think this is definitely
this is going to be a spectacular hour of fun here on WAHS Avondale Radio, community radio at Avondale High School, 89.5 SoundBites. Another week. How was everybody's week?
I'd say it's been pretty good. Busy, but pretty good so far. I would say.
Joelle, how's it been? Another week of being an adult, us graduates?
It's been very interesting. I've had some people ask me what my plans are now, and I'm getting real sick of the question, actually.
So anybody that's listening, that listens to Joelle, or knows Joelle, stop asking her.
Don't talk to me, actually.
We're busy.
We're busy.
That's funny.
No, I mean, my week's been pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, how has yours been?
Mine's fine. I got out of the cast. I'm in a boot now.
Yay!
Yes. 3 months of a broken foot because I wouldn't stay off it. But anyway, Shay, what about you?
It's been all right. Rainy.
It has been. It's been raining and stormy.
I like the cold, but I mean, it's been like a buzzkill though with the rain. I have had a lot of plans even canceled because of it, but you know, I've still been managing my time pretty well.
The kids were excited because we got to go to the basement for we had the tornado warning.
That was completely out of the blue. I saw like the alert on my phone at like 12 a.m.
Yep.
I was just about to go to bed, and then all of a sudden it's like,
the kids were in bed.
Now I'm up a whole hour just looking at live coverage and like wondering like, what did I miss?
And see, mine was more like, gosh, I have to be a responsible parent. Like normally I just sleep through it, but nope. Come on, kids, wake up. Go into the basement.
My parents slept through it, so.
Oh, Lord. Well, thankfully, there's no tornado.
Yeah, thankfully not.
All right. Well, anyway, this week, we decided that our theme would be musician or, being a musician. And we were able to come up and, full disclosure, I asked a very old, close friend of mine who I think he's super talented, amazing musician. And I thought he would be somebody perfect to share his journey and just his life as being. I don't want to say. I think he's a professional musician, but I think he would probably call himself a hobbyist. This is probably one of his other passions in life. But our guest tonight is Josh Stover. Josh, thanks for joining us.
It's really nice to be here. Good to see your face.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, man. We got together a couple weeks ago, and quickly, because we went out to lunch, I had to introduce you quickly to everybody. But again, Joelle, Shay, Jacob, we've been doing this show, and I thought you would be a perfect fit for this show. I am not a musician. I have a guitar. I look at it. I like to think about playing it. I thought about playing it, but yeah, I can't. Jacob, you say you play.
I do. I've been playing, like 7 years. Yeah, 7 years now.
And you play guitar, right?
Yeah, I play both electric and acoustic guitar. Acoustic for 7 years, electric for 6 years. I dabble in piano as well. I know like a lot of the music behind guitar, so it makes piano a little easy, but I'm more amateur at that compared to guitar, I would say.
And Joelle plays the güero?
I did not play the güero.
Oh, güero, sorry. Not the güero.
No,
the güero.
I don't know if you know what that is. It's like a Puerto Rican instrument made out of like a hollow gourd.
Wind instrument?
No, it's like it's got like notches in it, and you play it with the stick.
Yeah,
so it's like
scratch it.
I have seen that.
Yeah. I did not play that, for those listening. I have played
She's
the
an aspiring
clarinet
artist.
in high school, and that was it.
Jay,
I don't play nothing.
I don't play nothing.
I listen to music.
Hey,
That's
what?
good enough. Yeah.
Andrew had to kind of get kicked out a little bit, but he can still sneak in here a little bit. Andrew, do you play music? Andrew says he doesn't play music.
I do not, but I love music.
But he loves music, and that's of course why we do this show, because we love music. But I think, Josh, tell us, maybe introduce yourself, maybe just talk a little bit about what your music life has been like.
For sure. I think I come from a musical family. It seems to get passed around in the gene pool a little bit.
Because your dad's a pretty good guitar player too.
He is. He's got a real nice style that he's developed. So, and then I have an older sister, Molly, who you know.
Yep.
She graduated from Central with a music degree. My little sister, pretty good singer. So,
Right, and didn't your mom play piano too?
Mom played a little bit of piano. I think she strummed some more guitar chords in her younger days than she.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think she was more of a guitar player than a piano player.
You've been around music your whole life,
Yes.
and it's obviously been something like the family shares in on, right? Because you said you and your sisters wrote some songs, and you guys have played some stuff together, and
Yeah, my older sister, fantastic songwriter. She has written songs for multiple friends' weddings and performed them there at the ceremonies. And she continued to write songs probably until now. I haven't heard her latest song, but I'm sure she has something good.
maybe you guys will have to get together. You know what, Josh? Maybe we should talk to Josh, and after he plays a little bit, maybe we should talk to him. We need a theme song. We need like a little.
Oh, that's why you brought him here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been this
You
long.
know what, maybe-
I support it.
Josh, maybe you'd call Molly could write us a little the little
Like a
SNL
jingle.
Yeah, a little
like a
jingle.
jingle.
Okay.
You're listening to SoundBites. No, I mean, I clearly I am not a songwriter or singer, but no. But you didn't. You played. You were in the marching band too. Yeah, right.
I was. I participated in
So
my
you-
freshman year.
Right. So you were in band, but obviously you've drawn a liking to guitar.
Yeah, so what happened, I was still in band, I think 7th grade. My dad always had his acoustic guitar laying around, and I think I probably, like always, didn't want to do homework, just kind of mind would drift off and want to do something else, and I just started picking that up and plucking out melodies and just trying to pick things up by ear, I guess, and learning the chords.
And so you can play. You got a good ear.
I like it now. I haven't always liked it because I'm like, oh, why can't I hear that? I want it to be better, but I feel like I'm in a good spot. I like
Right.
my ear now.
Oh,
You like my ears?
And so the cut we played. Was it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, I think we did
Like
deep cuts. We did.
Oh
BC,
yeah. That was at
Yeah.
least 2 weeks, I
At-
would say.
At
yeah.
least 2 weeks ago. My pick was when you were in a band, Romance for Ransom. So the cut that I played, you were rhythm. You played rhythm on that. I forgot which song that I played for everybody. I think it was the one you guys had the music video for.
Oh, sure. Recover.
Yeah, Recover. And everybody liked it. I think everybody.
Yeah,
It was an
kinda
awesome
did.
song.
Yeah.
It was recorded well, and we had talked a little bit about that and how well that was recorded.
And it makes a world of difference if you hear the record prior. I know we didn't have a ton of time into that first record as a band as Walking Ionia, but having someone who knows what they're doing, how to record, really, you can tell.
Right. And so you were in, I forgot I jumped the gun there, but you were in another band prior to that. Was that your first real band, Walking Ionia?
Other than, playing with the worship group at church in my early 20s, like this was
Right.
my first with peers.
Right. And we got some cuts here. We'll give you some time and maybe off that first Walking Ionia album. What do you think we should play?
So I like either song 7
Mm-hmm.
or song 5
Okay.
or song 1.
Okay.
You pick.
Okay. I'll do. We'll when we get to that point. But as a musician, Jacob, you can say, do you write your own material? Do you do your own stuff?
I do actually. Most of it, I'd say 99% of it is really just like 99% is more like an accidental sort of improvisation. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I have a basic knowledge of music theory. I feel like I'm subconsciously thinking like in a theory sense as I'm playing, but then like consciously I'm just really noodling around. And yeah, I've come up with a lot of different chord progressions. I'm primarily rhythm guitarist. I love guitar chords. I do that more than lead. And then like the 1%, like there have been times where like I've intentionally been like, well, I got a basis for an idea.
And
Let's
then there's
construct
Shay
something.
and me and Joelle, and we're just like, yeah, chord progression, yeah, fits well. No, I mean, what about you, Josh?
I think
You and him are on the same level.
I think we're on the same page as far as kind of sometimes just noodling around until you find something that sounds good, but then you also have, this music theory knowledge to fall back on. I didn't understand what I had been taught in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade until I was like 18, 19, 20 and really playing guitar by ear, and then I started sort of putting that together, and it sounds like you're a little bit of the same way.
I would say, my journey with it was, how it started was like I actually did not know what music theory was maybe till my 2nd or 3rd year playing guitar. A lot of my basis on improvising like was a lot just by ear and what I thought sounded right. I did study it on my own from YouTube, websites. I would say it took me about close to a year, I think, till I actually kind of felt like I cracked a sort of code and was like, oh, this clicks now. Like, this makes sense. And I feel like ever since then, like knowing the theory has helped. I think before learning the theory, training my ear definitely helped too. But I would say like that was like my background with it was mostly just playing a lot of songs and just kind of improvising by ear before I got real serious into the theory.
Yep.
So clearly, I think the three of us are the odd ones out. These guys are talking.
Well, for those that are listening, could Josh, since you have some more experience here, could you explain what music theory really like is?
It's putting the notes together in different ways to get different types of chords. It involves scales. It involves time signatures, whether something's 3/4 time, 4/4 time, 6/8 time.
I thought you just play guitar. I thought you go like
Just
this and then you move
magically.
your fingers. I
It's
thought that's all it is.
It feels like a little bit like a math in a way. Like there are rules to it, and I hope that
Maybe-
somewhat satisfied that
I
question.
think that was a really good
It
explanation.
is a little bit
actually.
of a loaded question. I know the music theory can go like in depth for you could talk about it. Like people give lectures on it, so I mean, I just thank you for that. So,
Thank you for the question.
Well, and I'm sure it's probably different for every basic, generalization same, but music theory probably a little bit different for each individual depending on which direction they're coming from, or no? I mean, because I guess at the end of the day, whether it's drums or bass or guitar or
Right.
vocals, it's still, I guess, you're an arrangement of notes in
Yeah.
a certain, rule of pattern.
It's the same for across the board.
Yeah, okay. So see, I don't know what I'm
I
talking
mean, different instruments have different keys, so they'll
Right.
be looking at something different on a page. But all these
Right.
instruments are pretty universal. And
Well, you
the
did
music
bring
theory.
your guitar with you today, and you brought tons of stuff for us to use here today, and we'll probably get to. And you gave me, you're from your first band here. I get to pick the track, so we'll play a track. We'll talk a little bit here in the track, and then we're gonna get you to play here, hopefully for us tonight. You'll do that for us, yeah? That's a yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember, Josh, the viewers at home cannot see you. You have to say yes. No, I'm just- I got you. No.
Yes.
Thanks. All right, so here's your first band. You played it. How long did you guys play together?
This about 3 weeks before we recorded this. We were trying to scramble this together. We all worked at the same bar in Grand Rapids, and we're like, hey, you know, one of the guys was a metal bass player who was pretty well established around there, and then we had a metal drummer, and then our singer. I think he liked a lot of country music.
And now in Walking Ionia, did any of these guys cross over into?
Everyone but the singer was part of the Romance for Ransom.
Okay, I did not know that. All right, see,
Was the singer purposely excluded, or?
No, it's
Okay.
I think we were all getting close to 30. Like if I had started this maybe at 22 or something, I might have, you know,
held together.
Went down a different road.
Right.
Yeah, maybe would have had more recordings, but a couple of the band members had children and you know, had some
Life
adult
happens.
responsibilities. Yeah.
Right? Like Brian Adams said Jimmy quit and Joey got married. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to pick the track here from the Walking Ionia album. All right, so that was Walking Ionia. That was the first track off the album called Daybreak. Now, did you write that? Did you?
I was messing around with a delay pedal maybe when I was 24, I think, and I recorded it on a 4-track recorder. And just I thought that delay loop was pretty cool.
Right. And so I think Shay, you had a question.
Yeah, I started to ask you, how long did it take you guys to record that whole album?
I think maybe we did it over the course of 4 or 5 nights, maybe 3-4 hours at a time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of a makeshift music studio. The producer was a former bandmate of the bass player.
Okay.
So he was helping us out there.
Now, obviously, like you said, you can tell.
You can tell.
For the recording of this one to the cut we played from Romance for Ransom.
To the one we had to shell out a little bit of money for to sound good.
Right. So you can see, somebody can see from that point of view alone, this is what recording on your own, and then this is what recording with a little bit more money, a little more professional.
For sure. But, these days, I think people have really good access to ways to record themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The prosumer market for all that stuff is amazing. I mean, just from, video, I'm sure audio, it's even probably easier. What do you use to record? Like, do you record any of your stuff now?
Excuse me. Since I've left the band, that was like early 2015. Ever since then, I've just used my voice memos app. Sorry for popping my P's.
So and so what? Whenever you're just kind of sitting around and you get something in your head and you're like, oh man, I want to remember this.
That's exactly what it is. Or if I'm sitting down with my guitar and amp, so usually I'll try to jot down an audio reminder of a melody or something, or I'll sit down and record a guitar part.
All right. Well, you brought your instrument with us. Well, how should we? Is it just like on demand? Josh, play.
I wish I was. Do you see my guitar? It's dusty. I think my fingers feel old.
You should warm up.
I know. I really should. Maybe I will on one of the next breaks.
Oh, yeah.
And since I left a couple pieces of equipment, I'll just have to. You have to change the tunings.
Okay, we'll do the best we can.
You're doing great.
No, you're doing great. You're not crying. I'm crying. No. Yeah. I find it amazing how so many people have the access to, like you said, so many different. Whether it's recording software and like the best equipment, and basically in YouTube now. I mean, you can do all of your own stuff, but you still can't get like on Spotify unless you're. We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was.
That was a really good topic.
Yeah, we never got to our follow-up questions.
Oh, you didn't? I was gone that next week. You guys didn't do your homework?
We did.
We did do it. We just didn't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
But I was meaning to tell you guys yesterday. I was just like scrolling through Instagram and I got an ad from DistroKid saying like all services 40% off. Put your music up now.
They heard you.
I know they're coming after.
You know,
us.
and that is just an exact. When they say, "Oh no, your phone doesn't listen to you," yes, it does. Yes,
well,
it does.
especially the Alexa. My parents and I can't count the numerous times that we've literally like talked about something and then like that very hour an ad has come up on the screen.
Yeah.
Or it's just turned on as we were talking, which sometimes feels actually a little more creepy.
That freaks me out so bad when people's Alexa. I don't have one, but when other people's do that, it makes me want to smash it with hammers.
My kids want they've been bugging me to get an Alexa, and I'm like, no, we do. Grandma and Grandpa have an Alexa. You can play with Alexa there.
Honestly,
I don't want it listening to me all the time.
ChatGPT has almost just become my Alexa. It could basically like actually talk to you like an Alexa.
Right, but unless you have it called up, it's not listening
that,
to you.
yeah. That is
Where
true.
Alexa, she's listening to you.
Yeah.
I will say,
Hello, Hal.
the one big benefit for an Alexa, I've seen it. A couple of my friends have Alexas, and the one big benefit is that anytime you can say Alexa, make a fart noise, and
I'm glad we don't have an Alexa.
it's awesome.
Hey Josh, how about we play another? We'll play. We played one from Walking Ionia. Let's play another track from Romance for Ransom, and when we come back, we can get you to play a little bit.
Sure.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
All right. Here, we'll play a track from Romance. Nope. There we go. As much as I'd love to go into the next song, we'll wait. I thought there was another little bit. I missed it.
What are we gonna do for like a mic check to pick up the?
Oh, we're live. Oh, we're live right now.
We're live right now.
We're live right now.
You're talking like
There
we
is
weren't.
there is no live check. This is you're hot. You're
I'm gonna
hot
do
mic.
what I think
Hot mic
needs to be done with the
You-
microphone. Hold on.
You do what you need to do. No, because it started to play the next song.
Yeah, and for those of us still
Just-
tuned in,
Yeah.
this is 89.5 WAHS Avondale Community Radio.
And you're listening to SoundBites, your weekly 7 to 8 show, still going.
Still
Not
going
co-
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, going very strong.
Yeah.
Went up
And-
in views. Thank you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, we love you guys.
And our guest tonight is my childhood friend, Josh Stover, and we just listened to another track from another band he was in called Romance for Ransom. And everybody, I think Romance for Ransom kind of is in everybody's genre listening wheelhouse, I think.
Sounds like
something you'd listen to.
Yeah,
like
no,
you
I
would
like
on
it.
a
Yeah.
playlist, yeah.
No, I love it all. Like I listen to that all the time.
I felt like it was pretty accessible, you know.
You're not biased or anything.
No.
Do you have and so you were talking earlier, a lot of the Walking Ionia band is Romance for Ransom minus the singer.
Minus the singer, so myself, guitar player, then we had a bass player, drummer, and then formed Romance for Ransom, added another guitar player.
And how long
Went
were
from
you
there.
guys together, or you guys play together?
Probably 4 years almost.
4 years?
Yeah.
And we were talking, and you said that we were talking about what was the most famous you've ever been. What was the most famous you've ever been?
Jokingly, I said that I stood next to Frankie Muniz, Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh my God, really?
Well, he was the drummer in a band we played on the same bill with one night. I think we were the local talent they brought on for the show.
Does he still play?
No, I think he's on to something else.
He was a race car driver.
Well, yeah,
now.
but
What? Whoa.
no, he's on to
did not
even
know
something
I
new.
didn't either.
Even after that.
Like he's doing something. Yeah.
Oh no, Jacob, you're gonna have to get on your computer box there.
See what
and-
Frankie is
and
doing.
See what Frankie's doing.
Okay.
Good for him. Like that's
your task.
I feel like that that's what you should be doing if you have any sort of fame. You should just be doing like as many diverse activities as you can possibly fit
Kinda
in.
like the meme that Snoop Dogg does everything.
yeah, he's doing it right.
Well, Snoop Dogg just wants to make money. That's what that's all about. But no, I think he if I had to say, I think Frankie is what everybody wants to do. You know what I mean? You don't want to just be a guitar player. There's other things that you like to do, just like we all have other things we want. But luckily, he's had the success in probably multiple areas where he's been able to not worry about any of those switch changes needed to bring in money after the acting part.
Yeah.
So he's been able to dabble in things. I think that's what, a lot of people, once you get into something, unless you're super duper famous, you got to keep that paycheck coming.
And a lot of hobbies, things like that, it costs money to do.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm sure playing in a band isn't too expensive until you want to start to up your game, right?
Yeah, pretty much. We had to play out at bars around town to pay the rent for our practice spot. And we used money from those type of shows also to finance that recording.
I've
So-
always wondered, you don't have to answer this if it's too invasive, but like how much do you get just like playing at bars, local bars?
Yeah, man, it can range from like $30 per band to like $100.
What's the
per
lowest you've ever
person,
been paid?
other than free? No, I don't know. Probably $30 as
Really?
a band.
I was going to
yeah.
say, you can
Yeah.
play, we'll give you a free burger and a couple beers.
It was like based on the cover charge. It was on a
Oh, wow.
poopy bar.
Wow.
So, hey, did you get tuned up? Did you place the microphone where you wanted it?
I think so.
Okay. Just give us a little strum.
But we're gonna have to get
I'll
a
open it.
volume swell here.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, give us a little twang.
Sounds nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Does that sound all right?
I think it does
your ears?
well
Yeah.
enough to sing this. And normally I would play this on acoustic guitar, but I don't own one at the moment. So here goes. I hope it doesn't get.
You got a name for it?
I think this one was called Little Bit at one point.
Okay.
I know we played it a few times out with Walking Ionia. We sort of adapted it to it ended up turning out to sound a little country for what we were going for. But
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, if it sounds good, man.
Check. See, we didn't do a mic check, and I was worried about it. Please don't try to call, there's no one home but me, and I wanna be left alone. Inconsistency is laughing in my face. I gotta stop sleeping with the light on and get ready to face the day now, baby. I'm a little bit older, and I know a little bit more than I knew yesterday. And I'm a little bit wiser, yeah. But if you asked me if I had you figured out, I'd say no way. Tell me something new about you. I can see your heart is made of solid gold. You know, truth be told, you are an angel, and I told you what my angle was, even though it was in my file labeled confidential. And I'm a little bit older, and I know a little bit more than I knew yesterday. And I'm a little bit wiser, yeah. But if you asked me if I had you figured out, I'd say no way. And the trouble didn't really start until I listened to my heart of hearts and prayed for all your needs to be met. I guess it wasn't trouble at all. I just waited for that inevitable call, and I hope all you need is all you ever get. And I'm a little bit older, and I know a little bit more than I knew yesterday. And I'm a little bit wiser, yeah. But if you asked me if I had you figured out, I'd say no way. Please don't try to call, there's no one home but me, and I wanna be left alone.
Wow, man. Amazing.
That was great. That was
Dude, that was awesome.
You got such a good singing voice too.
Yeah, hey,
Thank you, guys.
hey, I know that guy. I went to school with him. That's what I feel like, man. That's awesome, man.
Thank you. I think these days I consider myself more of a, if I'm anything, a songwriter rather than a guitar
Are you?
player. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think kind of, an arranger of sorts.
Right. But you said that you put together along.
That was a long time ago. I might have been 22 years old, maybe 23, I think, in
Right.
2004, maybe 2005.
It still stands up.
Thank you.
It
I
still
have a little
stands
bit
up.
of a question here.
Yeah.
Just because firstly, that was a really beautiful song. I really liked that.
Thank you.
And your performance was very great. And I know you're concerned about your singing voice earlier, but you are fine.
Well, thank you.
I just wanted to ask a question. What was the song like? What was the story behind it? You said you wrote that at 22, 23. I'm just kind of curious because I felt like I could relate a little bit to it, and I'm sitting here at 22 as well.
For
so.
sure. I what I really think it was kind of a friend. I was 22 years old, and I kind of liked a girl, I guess, and so that's what happened.
Simply put,
Yeah.
I think you can pick that up.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, obviously, we
Right.
kind of stayed long-distance friends.
Right.
And that was...
You said, as of recently, you've kind of, it's not something you're doing all the time with your free time, or if you get a free second. Do you still, are you still, like, could you just be sitting there watching TV or playing with the dogs and go, this might be a cool little song? Lyrically, are you thinking of lyric? Do you always think of stuff, or do you have to be in a mood?
Well, I mean, I have to be a little happy, I would say,
Right.
to come up with that, but it's usually just melodies, maybe when I'm washing dishes or something. I mean, definitely not when I'm messing with the dogs, because, there's nothing going on but me being crazy. So,
I just, man, you need some more stuff out there. I got these other CDs. I kind of want to play them, but I don't know what you think would be good.
There's one you've never heard, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it's from 2013, maybe.
Okay.
It may have been that single song that Andrew pulled off the 5-track.
The track 5.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I think it's that one.
How about we give you a little break and let's listen to that.
Okay.
This one. So that was you individually. You said what, around 2013?
Yeah, I think circa then.
But you that was, other than the bass, you said your friend from your other bands, Walking Out on You.
Yep, the bass player played on that track, and then I think there was some synthesizer from a keyboard I had laying around at the time.
I won't scare you, but remember when we talked about doing this show? We were talking. I'm like, man, we recorded some stuff because we were at Delta at the same time.
Yeah.
I found it. I won't play it, man. I won't put you on the spot, but I still love it because it was. I still think it was good stuff. But I told you, man, I don't know where it is. I couldn't find it. I got it somewhere, but I did. I found it on my phone. I got it. No. But and so you said you did that just on a little 4-track recorder?
8. I think that one was an 8-track,
Was it?
and I think it had a built-in CD burner with it, so that's why I got it. I'm like, I just want to be able to hear my stuff right away.
Right.
I don't want to.
So somebody else that I worked with at a TV station, he did his own music too, and I think it was even though he does heavy metal, he mentioned the I think it wasn't the Beastie Boys, the car test. You got to be able to put it in the car. You listen to it. If it sounds good in the car, then it's good. You know, it's got to sound good in the car. So, yeah. I don't know. Anybody else? I feel bad because I feel like I'm like hogging all the air in the room with my buddy here. So.
I mean, I'm enjoying the conversation so far. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just thank you again for coming up on the show and.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for
thank you.
Yeah, putting it out there. You know, I know how it can be. You know, nobody wants. It's not like you're a pretty humble guy.
Do you maybe have some advice for like young artists who?
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know, want to start a band or.
Josh, as you
maybe
just
they're
said,
in a band?
we're older. You have sage advice now you could pass along.
Okay. I think I've spoken with my dad about this recently, about how the age of YouTube and just quick access to being able to get any song, seeing how people play songs, seeing what people record with so you can emulate them. Kids are putting it together a lot quicker, sooner with the tools they have right now. And a lot of them are good. There's a lot of them that I don't really care for, but I think the problem with the ones I don't care for, they got good quickly, but
Right.
they lack a little bit of soul.
Oh.
Yeah, some soul, some experience,
Just
some life experience.
just some dynamics maybe, instead of some fast metal or copying someone's full catalog of covers, trying to
Right.
nail that down.
Yeah.
Figure out on your own by
It
ear.
sounds like a lot of young artists nowadays. I mean, there's a lot of people that want to produce music now. I'm sure there always have been, but with the access to the internet and everything.
Yeah.
Do you think it sounds like generic mostly? Like, 'cause,
Ma-
pop is pretty common now. I feel like a lot of artists are swapping over to that.
Just that pretty, baked, reused, looped.
Mhm.
For sure, at a certain point you're gonna run out of the same 4 chords to put into different orders, so you're gonna have things that sound the same. That's why mashups are so much fun. When people put those
Yep.
things together. But will you remind me of your question one more time, or
Advice for
Advice, yeah.
the aspiring musician. If you could tell young Josh right now, if you had a chance to go back, what kind of advice would you give him? Is that too deep?
No, I just would have said be a little more confident and out there. If I could have went
Right.
back for young me, I mean,
Right.
I dealt with not wanting to really be really out there with it. Even when I was in bands, I would kind of get a little panicky and just worry that I would,
No, I can.
hit a wrong note and everyone would sound bad.
Right.
But I don't think everyone else thought like that.
I think we all do, and I think for sure myself had always, nobody wants to fail, nobody wants to make a mistake, and I think that thought alone can just be debilitating to somebody. I mean, that's why I tell my 2 kids, like, don't be afraid to fail. Like, it's okay. It's okay to suck. Everybody, every band didn't just come out and start sounding amazing. You know what I mean? Like you said, like you were listening to I told you about that stuff that we recorded, and you're like, oh my goodness, no. And to me, it's like, yeah, maybe it wasn't as polished, but I still think the talent is there. You know what I mean? You always see it. You know, it's maybe not as polished and not as good as it could be, but it's still you, man. Like, and to me, that stuff's okay, you know, but it's hard to get over that hump, that feeling of like, oh man, I don't want to sound bad or make a mistake or, you know, or even, you know, somebody not like it. I'm sure that can be a problem too for some people. So.
Yeah. Earlier today, me and Jacob were talking a little bit. And Jacob, I think you mentioned something about how sometimes unfinished songs or, you know, clips can sometimes be better than a complete
Yeah, that's what
complete song.
Yeah, I can't remember what maybe
No,
I
we
have
were-
like a note of it.
No, yeah,
but,
we were talking about like unfinished ideas, and that's what we were talking. I talked with you a lot about, Josh, because you got like a lot of little clips you recorded on your phone, and how musicians, how like you can get these like just unfinished moments, you know, these little bursts of creativity.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could say for myself. I mean, I think like what I was saying earlier was like recording, like having like recording and then like going back to it and like building something bigger. At least for me, I mean, I've somewhat have had that. Like when I record anything, usually it's like I play first, and then if it sounds really good, I make sure to like get the iPad, get the phone, whatever I can find, my laptop even, just find whatever I can to record. And yeah, there have been times where like I'll just look through old recordings and be like, hey, you know, I'll go back to that. You know, I think I got some cool ideas to expand upon that.
Yeah, I mean, that conversation just kind of popped into my head because, I mean, Zara was just talking about, you know, the songs that we've just played were a little bit unpolished compared to what we played 2 weeks ago. And, I mean, while the polished version was really good, there's something, like, charming about an unpolished song.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
it's very homemade. It kind of makes you feel like you can do it, even though I don't play any instruments for real.
Right.
It's just like, oh, this sounds, you know,
No,
it sounds like it was made
But to
here at
me,
home.
the genuineness of it, that
Yeah.
the rawness of, you know, somebody, you can really tell that somebody put a lot of effort into putting this together.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't the most expensive equipment and the best producer and all of, you know, sure, you can buy all this stuff, but it still doesn't make a good song. Where to me, like an unpolished song can still sound amazing.
Oh no, yeah. There's totally lots of times where like I've listened to something, you know, that's like unpolished on YouTube. Even like times where like, you know, like a band I like or a musician I like, they have like on YouTube I'll see some like recording of the song that wasn't finished, or like an early demo that didn't have all like the, you know, whatever like made it, you know, like polish in like the final cut
Right.
of the song. And like sometimes, you know, I even actually like it better. Not always, but sometimes. And like sometimes too, I just feel like, you know, it's as long as like the song's really good, you know, lyrics are good, you know, it's played well, you know, sometimes, you know, that really is like nice to hear.
Josh, you sent me a couple clips here.
Yeah, do they
I
say
got
what they're
Interstate
called?
Chorus,
That-
filler end.
That was a nice chorus I thought I had for a song.
Which one, filler end or
The Interstate.
Interstate?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Told you we should run away that Sunday when we were on the interstate, but you never backed down and never found out for sure. I told you we should run away that Sunday when we were on the interstate, but you never backed down and we never found out for sure.
Now, see, maybe we should have had like, we maybe we need to do another show and just like jam. Find some people we can jam with. Oh, here I got another one. Accept. All right, I got Sunroom Music.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
So this is another little recording you had. Oh, I like that little. Now, like, you got a pedal on this, and
I think I
was
most
a little-
likely had some reverb and maybe
Right.
like a touch of delay or something.
I don't know if you guys remember, but that was just that little chunk. I didn't cut it off. It was just a little chunk. You
Yeah,
had,
it's
a little clip there.
it's
But he
just the
gave me-
ideas I store there.
Dude, that totally sounded like the Any Given Sunday soundtrack. That little reverb, the electric guitar. That was pretty cool. I don't,
Yeah, no,
An-
I like that.
Andrew
one.
might remember Any Given Sunday, but I don't know. Hey, Andrew, can we go just a little bit longer? Is it okay? Josh, could you do it just a little bit longer? I want. You got another little ditty you could play? No.
On the guitar, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything?
Sure, I could try
All
an
right.
old.
You
song
want me
that
to
I
play
wrote.
another song and give you a minute here,
If
possible? How about this? Josh?
So-
I asked you what your favorite bands were
Yeah.
earlier, and you kind of gave me a couple songs.
sure.
So now, are these bands that you just like enjoy? Do they influence you? Have you listened to them a long time? Let's play one of your songs from the playlist here. What did you gave me the bands Amberline
Yeah.
and Need to Breathe. So now these are two of your like go-to bands. Like if you wanted to chill out and listen to something, these were your bands.
Definitely, and mostly for production value, and then the Anberlin kind of has some good energy to it. It'll get you moving.
Okay.
So,
All right, well let's keep people moving. Let's I got Amberline Feel Good Drag.
I have this on Spotify playlist. Yeah. I've got one that's at least got like I think close to 2,000 songs by now. Actually.
Amberlin. Jacob, you said that this was in your playlist.
Yeah, it is. I have a 90s and 2000s playlist on Spotify. This was one, I don't know how long ago, but this is a while back. I discovered this on a playlist, and I was like, you know what? I'm digging Anne Boleyn a lot. You know, I like this song in particular. So yeah, I added it to the playlist. Really good song. It's definitely a favorite of mine.
Look at that. Great minds think alike, I guess. So we were allowed to go a little over just because I just didn't want to end. And I didn't keep good track of time. And Andrew said we could keep going a little more. So everybody, thanks for listening. You're listening to 89.5 WAHS Avondale Radio. This is SoundBites. Zara, Jacob, Shay, Joelle. Our weekly show here on Wednesdays. We will be coming to a decision soon to see if everybody's still interested in doing it, and we'll let you know. I think for sure we're going to at least do one more show, right? One more show next week?
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
sure. And we'll discuss whether we keep going. And, you know, who knows? Maybe we can talk Josh into coming down some other time. Maybe we'll fill the whole studio with him and some other people, and we'll just play live shows all night.
I know musicians.
I know a dude. I know a dude.
Real quick here, I just want to let all of our listeners know that you could also find some photos of the crew here of today's show on Instagram on SoundBites. That's SOUND period BIT3S on Instagram.
And you can email us at soundbites895@gmail.com.
Guys,
And-
email us if you want us to keep doing the show.
Yeah, or message. We got a Facebook page too. We should do a better job putting
Oh,
stuff on. I know we got one. I think didn't we do one? Yeah.
Yeah, some months back. Yeah.
I know I posted the show tonight. We definitely got some extra listeners tonight, so that was awesome. Thank you for listening. So Josh, you got. Thanks again for coming all the way
Yeah,
down
thank
here.
you so
Oh, yeah,
we
thank you.
love
It's a
having you on.
long
Thanks,
drive.
guys.
I could
Thank
do
you.
this for hours, but I know I don't want to keep you too late. Anything else, man? I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot that you have to talk because I could ask you questions for hours. But
And I'd love to sit here and answer questions pertaining to music, except about music theory.
except about music theory. No, man, it was an excellent time, and hopefully we can get together again. We'll get together again, but hopefully if we keep doing the show, we'll find another way to get you down here and play some more tunes, man.
Okay.
So you got another tune for us to end the show on?
I do, and it's one of the songwriter ones, even older than the last. This may have been, maybe around the. This might be newer, but this is probably around 2005.
Okay, and so you've had this tucked away. If anybody else got anything for Josh before he plays us out?
I'm good to listen.
Good
right
to
now.
listen?
I'm excited to hear.
All right. Well, thanks again, Josh. And why don't you go ahead and give us a tune on the way out?
Okay, it's been a while. Smell of hot breeze, it elicits mixed emotions. Yep, I knew I hadn't played this in a while. Hey, everybody.
You're all right, man. You keep doing you.
Smell of honey in the breeze, it elicits mixed emotions. Good to bad and back to good, I'm drowning in your ocean. There's someone walking down that country road. down that country. Roadside bombed is what I feel like. Can you save me from this constant midnight? From this midnight, I tell you all the things that I'd never get to. Tell you all the times that I was dreaming of you. Dreaming of your ravishing eyes, your rapturous body, your beautiful smile. You know you've got me forgetting to breathe. One of these nights, you gotta get to me, you gotta get to me. Hold tight, do what you do, turn down all the lights. Please get to me, please get to me tonight. That's a whole
man.
song, but I forgot the
Dude.
second verse.
Dude,
so
that's it's still amazing.
I put some of the second verse in with the first verse because I totally got turned around.
You know, I thought that, but I didn't want to say anything.
Well,
but-
you got a good ear. You have a good ear.
I
Sir.
got a good ear. No, man, I think your stuff is amazing, and I wish you had more time in your life to be able to put more towards that. But man, I think you're amazing, and man, give me some more stuff.
Well, hopefully I'll use this as a springboard.
Hey, I hope so, and get a couple more tunes together and come back down and see us. Hey, bring a dish to pass.
Sure will.
Your dish. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. We'll see you next week on SoundBites.